When I got married, one of the presents that I got was carved into wood, was Little Woods. Then I decided to keep the name. I think it suits, and of course I'm the only little one left now.
In my house, I have the bath in the bathroom sunk down into the floor so that I can step down into it. I have the kitchen lowered down, and the light switches are down low as well so that I can reach them easily.
And I climb up on that, and I can manage then, and I can reach the sink. I was pulling the curtains on a pulley, so I used to go in here, and they were on a pulley, and I used to pull them with my teeth, and I'd be up and down pulling them, and they're quite heavy as well because they're lined, so that was very difficult for me as well. I'm very independent in my own environment, whereas I feel my disability affects me more when I'm out and about and when I'm on holidays.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Any passengers requiring any extra assistance on airline flights or reach 237 to Galway.
With Maggie, it's in her own environment. Everything is as I call it Lilliput. Everything is at her level. From the door handles, as and all the rest. Where she would have it most difficult, obviously, is outside of her own environment. I remember we went to Mallorca. Maggie, she said to me, Catherine, she says, I'm not going to be able to do anything outside of my own environment.
I even going to stay in hotels or whatever, often the beds are too high, or I can't manage the showers, I can't even brush my teeth, the sink is too high, and yeah. That's what happened there. And they're all gone. You can really see now how I would be if I was visiting my friend, and I couldn't, the simplest of things of pulling up to the door and ringing the bell, I mean, that's all stuff that causes me huge stress. I know probably people see me as being brave. I hate that word, they always use that, brave. I'm very brave for getting on with life, but
it's easy to get down though. No.
It's all I know, like, is the way I do things. It's the only way I know. Sorry, would I be able to get you to do this, yeah? Probably wait for a minute until... Well, that would happen most of the time if I didn't have the boys with me, or if I wasn't with a friend or whatever, yeah. I don't like doing it really, to be honest with you, and I suppose because you never know. I mean, they could easily run off with it as well, so I'd be vetting them. Looking to see. Yeah. If I don't feel 3'8", I feel 5'10". Like, say when I walk and when I wobble from side to side, like I would never, when I'm walking, I don't see myself as walking like that. It would just, I've considered myself walking like you or anybody else. But then when I would get a glimpse of myself, maybe going past a mirror or the reflection of myself in a shop window, I would see it. I'm sorry now, I got this fake tan. It looks like crap. Doesn't it?
No, it looks... When the lights are dim and you have a few more drinks, you can drink it beautiful.
And nobody can see me properly.
People would see Maggie and maybe speak with me later for whatever reason and would say, well, and are her children normal? They automatically assume that they're small as well.
I think people find it hard to imagine how I even got pregnant, never mind have them.
So yeah, tell me, how do you get pregnant?
How much time have we? Listen to me. Where were you last night?
Nosy person.
Devon?
I was out with Mark and Jacinta and all them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have a good night?
It was alright. It's alright. Were you out last night, may I ask?
When Kevin was 3, he asked me about why my arms were so small. And I remember being so shocked. I just wasn't prepared at all. And what I just said to him was that Holy God made Maggie or Mummy that way. And then as time went on, and obviously he was getting older, and I didn't want him to be going saying, well, Holy God made my mom that way or whatever. So then I decided then to tell him the truth, and, you know, being that Granny took a tablet when Mommy was inside in her tummy, and that's what stopped my arms and legs from growing. Kevin would have been always more in tune with me, wasn't he, Dana? When he was a baby, he'd hold on tight to me. Very, yeah, he was, Kevin. Whereas Dara was a bit different, wasn't he? Yeah. He'd just be, I'd be carrying him places and he'd be swinging off my shoulder. And it was actually quite scary when I was pregnant, because I remember my whole body used to, you know, move up. You know, my stomach would all go way up to the side, and then when he would kick, I would give a jump, you know. So it was just like nature took over my whole body, and both babies were born by cesarean section. So, and I knew that both of them were going to be boys. I couldn't lift them when they were from maybe 6 months to probably a year. That was very, very difficult. Rags, come on. That was very, very difficult for me. You know, the babies like to be up at a height and look over your shoulder when you're walking around. So that bit was very hard. Because I was doing the job of 2 parents, although I had a lot of help as well. Primarily you are responsible, so it is a big undertaking. The one thing I do regret is that I didn't video me doing things with the boys when they were babies, because nobody can comprehend how or imagine how it would be, you know, for me to change a nappy or to put on clothes on a baby or whatever. But those were all things I did. I did have home help at the time, but the home help was more doing, you know, little household tasks for me and that. And of course, the one thing that she did do for me, and that was bath the boys. I would never be so stupid as to try something, you know. I wasn't that way pushing myself that, oh, I have to prove that I can do this.
We had bunk beds. The tooth fairy was very small, so I had to put the money on the locker.
I got that barbecue free with a car I bought, and it doesn't get much use. I have to stand up on my tippy toes to see into it. Ooh. Oh, that's our Bulmers.
That's Bulmers.
Bulmers is Dara's pride and joy. Dara's 17 going on 70. And he just finished his leaving cert there on Thursday, so there's a lot of celebrating going on. And a lot of sweating that he's safe and all of that. So it's a worrying time, really, I suppose, but I try not to get too excited about it. Get in here beside the
sunflower seeds.
What?
Would you like his neck?
Will you stop pulling on my neck? Jesus Christ. It's getting old now. I'm not talking to you anymore.
Or take a different girlfriend, yeah. On this suspicious occasion.
Michael, you want?
Obviously everybody reacts different to everybody with a disability, but Maggie, I think it just brings out the maternal and protective instinct. That's what I see primarily in people. And little do they know.
Yeah, right.
Everything that she's lost in her stature, she has in her brain and her determination.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers is right.
And we look forward to the results on the on the 16th of August, isn't
In
it?
the round 16th.
Yeah,
We'll all have to gather up again.
we'll have to.
So what kind of mum is she, Kevin?
I knew you'd ask that question.
He has it all prepared, haven't you, Kev?
She's a good mum, yeah. She's like any other mum. She's the best mum.
I was, I still am.
I wouldn't trade her for anything.
Kevin.
And we're back next week at the same time for the last This Is Me of the current series. But after the break, we're Walford bound, and Dot has a lot of soul searching to do in EastEnders.